Good morning and welcome to our live crafting session this morning. If you're watching live, we are here in the UK. My name's Jenny McCormack and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire, and that's here in the UK. It is Monday morning, 20th of May 2024. Welcome to our crafting session. We have a new stamp set of the week. It is called, as you can see, Attention Shoppers. I have purchased the stamp set because I thought it was great for coffee and card, because we have multiple images that people can use at the same time. Obviously it features a shopping trolley, but what I was more interested in are these 5 little images here. So you've got a bag with some tissue paper in, which obviously could be presents inside. We've got a little bunch of flowers that are wrapped up. Let me lift this up a bit for you. We have the birthday cake on the right hand side. We have a bottle, which could be a bottle of wine, or it could be a bottle of beer or cider. It could be a water bottle, drinks bottle of course. And then we have a little potted plant. We have the trolley as well. And then we also have 5 sentiments. Shopping is always a good idea. Treat yourself. Happy birthday. Thanks. And a just for you. Obviously these can be stamped and then coloured in. You could stamp and heat emboss them, and you could buy the dies that cut out not only these elements, but they cut out a separate shopping trolley, so it doesn't coordinate with the stamp, but it does cut out excuse me, the fine details of the top element and also the wheels. So let's get cracking. Good morning, Catherine, and good morning to you, Caroline, and anybody else who is watching. I thought I would use some of our new in colours, and this is Summer Splash. And as luck would have it, I've just seen a few odd pieces of designer paper. But my plan today is just use some background stamping and then add one of the elements onto this die cut circle. I might use a blending brush behind, I'm not quite sure, and I might stamp the elements behind, not quite sure. I was deliberating which set to use, and I literally only decided at 9 o'clock this morning when I posted, because it was a toss-up between 2 sets that I have that I haven't used, and this one won the day, Attention Shoppers. So I'm just going to stamp out the images first so that you can see those, and then we'll get cracking with our card making. Oh, good morning, Fran. I hope you are well. Right, let's pop this one up a little bit. Right, it's fairly bright this morning. I realised my blind is closed. That's why it's not quite as bright in here as it could be, but that's probably the best lighting wise, actually, thinking about it. So let's just grab these really quickly. As you can see, I haven't used them yet. And I'm just going to stamp these. So this would make a great set for youngsters, I think, as well, because so I've just got a quarter piece of A4 here, just to stamp out the elements quickly, because it's quite funky, slightly cartoony look to it, so not too formal. That's what I'm trying to say. It's an informal stamp set. Okay, let's just stamp these really quickly. So this is the flowers, and you could easily do some paper piecing with this. with the cake, well, with any of these elements, I suspect. So if you wanted to have the flowers, I'm just going to do that while I'm here. Why not? With a coloured piece of paper for this piece, then you could stamp and cut that out. Okay, let me do this really quickly. So I hope everybody had a nice weekend. It's Monday morning here, and dare I say, the weather was rather nice at the weekend. Okay, there's the bottle, and it really could be any sort of bottle, couldn't it? Right, let's see. We've got the bag of presents here, and that would also work, wouldn't it, on our die cut piece, our designer paper. So I'm just going to do one of those in case I use that. And then the last of the small images is the plant pot. Sorry, yes, plant pot with the plant in. Okay, so those are the images, really nice, crisp, fun images. And let's do the shopping cart just really quickly. I'm hoping just about fits on here. It'll be enough for my sample sheet anyway. I would have it on a larger block, obviously, if I was using it properly. I think my ink pad needs a bit of a refill. There we go. I'll clean these all off afterwards, everybody, I promise. I'm just stamping this in early espresso. Okay. How do we think these trolley pieces go? Like that. Trying to miss my pieces underneath. There we go. And then we have the sentiments. So I'll stamp the sentiments out afterwards. Just for time, I might use the Just For You or the Happy Birthday today. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so those are the main images. And ink all over me. Let me have a quick look. I just cut this little. I'm going to go for the flowers. I'm not sure if I'll use this or not, but it's quite a fun technique that you tend, like all of these things, you tend to forget after a while. So you just stamp onto some patterned paper or card and then cut out the element that you want. Like so. And then I'm just going to cut around these flowers. And then what you can do is stamp the image again and then just layer this on the top. Tiny little bit there, I'm not sure whether I'm going to get that or not. It's hanging on by a thread. I'm just going to trim that bit, like so. Okay, so if you imagine your flowers here, you can just pop that, covered in ink, look, pop that on the top like so. Okay, let's have a look which image we're going to use. I quite like the flowers, but that's one of the nice things about this, is there's lots of different images in there. There's that little bit at the back, but I might just colour that in, and obviously you can colour in any of these elements. Let's go for the flowers. So what I'm going to do is stamp my flowers onto this die cut that I've got ready. This is one of the new sets of dies called Everyday Essentials. So let's stamp that. So flowers, missed one there. There we go. So I hope everybody had a nice weekend. For those of you that are into gardening, I suspect a lot of time was spent in people's gardens this weekend. Okay, so just inking this up. This is quite a light espresso because it's well used. And the nice thing about stamping in a circle is that it doesn't matter if it's straight, because you just turn it round to straighten it up on your card. So I've got this piece that I'm going to add like that, and there is a little bit round the back, so I have got the coordinating Summer Splash blends pen. So what I'm actually going to do is just colour the back bit in and any of these other little gaps. Obviously you can colour the whole thing in, but I just wanted to remind you of how to do that paper piecing. So it's just flowers on there. I'm thinking some yellow. It always goes nicely with the blue. I'll take my glasses off though. So the other thing that's nice about this is it's a small area for colouring in. So if you're not a big fan of colouring, it's only little areas. Now, just trying to work out if that piece there, yes, that should be Summer Splash behind. So just going to quickly go over here, and then for my background I can stamp the flowers all the way over. I could stamp a sentiment all the way over. Oh, I think that was supposed to be blue. Okay, but only you and I will know that. So there's a little bit there that I probably didn't cut out. This is the bit at the back. Can I go over it? Yes. Whew, recovered. You just lift that up so you can see it. Like so. So this is going to go on the top, and I'm just going to use a little bit of glue. Catherine didn't do a huge amount at the weekend. I'm assuming you were running or walking. Although it was quite warm for that. So this is Summer Splash, the colour. Like so. Cute. Okay, and then let's have a look at the card. So my original thought was that, but I'm thinking now what I might do is stamp over this piece not the white piece. So just have a piece of plain Summer Splash card behind, and I could do either the flowers all over, or I could do happy birthday and just for you. I could do that combination. Maybe let's do just for you, only because it's a little bit bigger and you won't have to sit and watch me do them all. So actually I could do a combination. That and that, and I really wanted Summer Splash ink, but it's packed away. Oh no, it's here. Maybe. I was more organised than I thought. Oh, Catherine ran Saturday and then she walked on Sunday. It was definitely quite warm on Sunday. So I think what I'm going to do is put a piece of paper behind, just to protect my work surface. And just line that up there. And I'm going to do a combination of just for you and the flowers. And I am going to do them, I was thinking about doing the flowers in just the espresso, but I think I'm going to stick with it all in one colour. So just for you, and I'm just alternating these. You could just stamp it all the way over random if you wanted to, of course. Let me just move that up because I know my camera is a little bit high at the minute. When I came in this morning, just before I went live, the camera was in a most unwieldy angle, and I don't really understand why, because it's all screwed with screws and ball joints, so I don't know how it got moved quite so dramatically, but it did. I would blame the cat, but I think even he would have a struggle trying to get that in line. Right, let's pop this up here. So I'm just keeping these fairly even. Let's put that one up there. And it's always best to go from one side to the other, or start from the middle and go out. What you don't want to do is go around the edge and then find you haven't got enough room, or you've got too much room and then a gap, and then you're looking for a small image to put in place. And also, if you remember the rule of 3, so every 3 images you want to create a similar sized triangle, and that will make it look fairly even and fairly natural. Okay, that one up there, and then it wants the edge of the wording like that, and I may put the edge of the flowers there. Literally, to make it look like you've cut it out of a larger piece of paper. There we go, that's cute. And that's going to go onto, yeah, it wouldn't be the dog, she can't reach up that high. Well, I don't think she can anyway. Well, no, she probably can. Actually, thinking about it, there were treats on my desk, so you could be right, Catherine. Okay, so I'm thinking if I have got, I would use a die cut. Let me just see if I've got a small strip of card I could use for the time being. as everything else is packed. Let's put the happy birthday on there. And we're done. So there's lots of variations with this stamp set, which is one of the reasons, obviously, that I purchased it for Coffee and Card. But as I said, it makes a good all-round go-to design. And yes, I've got my trimmer to hand, so I'm just going to trim that straight down. Hopefully I've got it fairly central. Just take that bottom little bit off. So I'm just lining it up on the edge of that. There we go. Let's have a look and see. It's a nice happy birthday design. And obviously this can go either side. So I'm going to trim this down, but maybe just put it across there. It can go on top or below. Let's do this straight here, oops, and then flag on this side. I'm very much looking forward to Coffee and Card this afternoon with the final use of our stamp set of the week from last week. Those lovely flowers. And then tomorrow I'm excited that one of my fellow demonstrators from Australia is doing a world tour, and she happens to be in England at the moment, and so she's coming to Coffee and Card with us tomorrow, so I'm very excited. That's our lovely Michelle. Okay, let's pop these down. So just going to put this straight onto my base card. This is opening that way. The measurement for this is UK sizing, remember, is 14.35 centimetres by 10. Just pop that down. There we go. Love this colour. It's similar to Coastal Cabana, slightly deeper, so it's a bit like a cross between Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay that we used to have, which used to be our team colours. Okay, so this is going to go on there, and I'm going to pop that on with dimensionals. Has it got? Yes, it's got some little centres, so I could put a little bit of bling on those. Just take those backings off. 2, 3. Like that. And then this is going to go there. Like that. Could tuck it underneath as well, but I quite like it on top. So I'm not going to put dimensionals on the very end because I want it to overlap. Just going to put them on this piece here. 1 and 2, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this edge, like that. Make sure it's sort of straight. There we go. And when I find my gems, there are, actually there are 6 flowers, but I might just put a couple, maybe 1 or 2 gems, maybe 3 on there. And if you have the coordinating ribbon, so we have this lovely stitched ribbon in our in colours, you could obviously add that. That particular one is rather large, but you could add that across here, for example. But I'm happy with that, with my finished result. So a little bit of paper piecing and just straightforward stamping. Stamping the background, we haven't done that for a little while. And let me just show you those images again. So I have the shopping cart. Now obviously you don't have to do any masking, so if you want to put things in your shopping cart, you can just literally stamp the cart and then put the items on top, because obviously the metal would show through. So have fun with this one. 5 cute images that you can use either with or without the shopping cart. It's called Attention Shoppers, and it is in our new catalogue that started 1st of May, so yeah, nearly 3 weeks ago already. So thank you so much. I hope you like that. It looks a long way away, sorry. Let's bring that up a little bit. So the background stamping I did in the same colour, so tone on tone, just gives it a soft effect rather than doing a contrasting or darker colour. So there we are. Thank you so much. Do join me again on Thursday evening when I'll be doing some more with this particular set, and I look forward to crafting with you then. Do take care everyone. Have fun. Bye for now.